Hey guys, Lineage here, playing Killers again, and this is an interesting one. I'm still playing my Zarathur, but he's playing Broderick Worr. It's been a long time since I've seen Broderick Worr. So I'm quite keen to see how this plays out. This is a voiceover game, not a live commentary game, so when I say I'm keen to see how it goes, I do know how it's going to go. But I was pretty content with that starting lineup. I thought it was, you know, between the demons and the snake bites and the infernal gateway, I thought I had some interesting cards to play out in a promotion. You know, I thought that was a reasonable fighty, but also spread my units around sort of ability. Okay, so I stake my claim to the first planet. Shrine Guard, so that's 3 attack, 2 hit points on that planet. That's really good. Those are the only 2 green planets though, so that could work in my favour if we don't see any other green planets soon. But I don't think there's blue I think is a win condition by the last planet, so that's a longer game. So I'm thinking I need to get a good amount of command out. I need to make sure I've got options to deal with the Imperial Guard that are coming out here. A couple of Shrine Guard, really solid opening, hard to deny that. 1 cost units that are decently fighty, you know. So I thought I'd counter 1 and hopefully keep him from wanting to go to that planet. You know, 1 shield will protect it if need be. That's, you know, he's basically making sure he can get a support, or potentially winning the planet if I don't counter it strong enough. So, reasonable starter for him, I reckon. And I'm encouraging him, bring your warlord here, and I'm likely to be able to shield and kill you. That's what I'm thinking there. I'm like, ha ha ha. And then he puts Marcus out, which means he can trigger the engine seer exactly when he wants it. That's quite effective, and that makes me go, ooh, tricky. But unfortunately, I am all out of resources. I've got my 2 demons, my 1 demon, and my snake bite and my noise marines. So that makes it tough. I'm thinking I don't have any options, but I'm thinking about where do I want to go, and that's what I realised and pressed done so quickly. So let's see, what am I choosing? I've got something in mind, it looks like. He's already chosen where he's going. I'm deciding, do I want to go to planet 1? Do I want to counter him at Barless? Do I want to just get resources? I'm thinking if I go for resources, I can guarantee I can throw my noise marines at him with the infernal gateway. So he goes to 5 to stop me, and I go to 4 for resources. So Marcus wins, I win, he wins, I win, he wins. Took me a little while there, not sure why. There we go. And he gets a lot of cards, but not many resources, and I get very little, it seems. Firestorm, not bad. I've got another demon, which means I can double that up potentially, do 4 damage, or the noise marines can swing for 4 on a warlord. Not a big deal. What I'm thinking here is that at least he won't be able to hurt me, exhaust me, and I'll still be able to swing. But he shields it with suppressive fire, which is quite disappointing for me there. I possibly should have saved up and just let myself lose the planet. And there we go, I just clarify that, yeah, only 2 damage, 3 might have been more reliable, but I wanted to have the infernal gateway available. Oh, the suppressive fire may have been, there we go, he was playing the suppressive fire. So he can even save that combo until a later point if he wishes. I was thinking about the Infernal Gateway, I think, and I think I really want to hit Worr himself with it, if at all possible, really. I think that's really what I want to be trying to do. I want these guys to be able to be routed. I want these guys to lose their bonus. Yeah, especially his signature unit. They need to be able to be routed or retreat, because otherwise they're just too strong, I think. So I go done. Actually, can I take an action? Okay, so I think I'm going to push for this planet. And on watching back, I'm thinking I probably should have given the planet up and tried to use the pressure on Worr, if at all possible. Apparently we should have been making sure there was a boss key in Octagon, if you remember the old boss key. There we go. Oh, I've gone with the demons here, potentially able to do damage on both sides, I'm thinking. That's probably why I chose that one. And now he uses the ability, which was a little bit short-sighted of me. Between Marcus and Suppressive Fire and Emperor's Warrant, he can just constantly exhaust, which is quite impressive. Actually, with the Emperor's Warrant and him exhausting me with nothing else, I think he was supposed to get me to cause damage to one of his units, actually. I don't think it would have made a big difference, but I think that's possibly true. So he throws out a limited card without triggering the limited effect, which is quite good for him. Although, not that good on this turn, because he's already missed any chance he had to use the limited effect, I think. I've got nothing else to do there. Well, I suppose I could blow them up. But I kind of want them to hit before they get a chance to be blown up. I do have initiative there because there's no ward, which is nice. And I think I'm going to be able to beat him up if he stays. Cool, so I do manage to scare him off at least for an extra resource cost investment. Which, from the point of view of one resource cost, I don't think is a big deal. I'm thinking there, as soon as it goes back into HQ, it dies. So even if I lose the planet, it goes into HQ, it's going to have to die because it'll no longer get the green planet bonus. But if you think of the opportunity cost that I've passed up by using up Infernal Gateway in that sense, I think really I should have used it against Worr. It's just, he's such a linchpin to any Worr deck. His ability is so central to it. I think I should have focused on trying to hit him whenever I got the chance. I thought this was quite a good move. I might be able to use that demon later instead. Why waste him being the one to kill it, you know? So I routed my own unit, and then he got Aloith. So heaps of cards. He's certainly outweighing me on an economic front. And he's searching, and straight away found something, so that's a little bit worrying. Clearly something really good straight away. And there we go, end of turn 1. Let's see where we go next. New green planet, which is good for him. Some command, which is fine, but worrying. And now I'm thinking, oh, that's a lot of troop transports now. A little bit worrying. So, Planum will move whatever's there, or move something he wants to move. I'm thinking I can double down on it to try and win it. I'm thinking I've got a shield in that. I can only afford to put out one of these units. So what should it be? And there we go, I'm doubling down. I'm going, I really want to emphasize my ability to win on that planet. Theoretically, anyway. And there's the Anxious Infantry Platoon, always a worrying card. Cheap enough that he can use it just for the command down on the green planet. Shocking, terrifying stuff there. 4-3 if I remember correctly, a 4-3 on that planet. Just sitting there, just being a command capper, just horrifying. And another one onto the first planet. That unit, it's really good. And a lasgun even. Which I think he's going to put on planet 1, just because he might as well. Even if I manage to win, it goes back to his hand, which is quite nice. I think a way to get more attachments into this game would be to have a few more attachments that had that text. I think there's a few decks that would really like to be able to be a bit more attachment driven, and having a few more attachments that said, actually, you can grab me back, could make quite a shift in the game. Quite interested to see a few more like that. At that point I went, oh, I've probably spent too much on planet 1 and not able to back it up with my Warlord train, and when he moves in there I'm thinking, oh, I've probably wasted something in a sense, letting him take that. Shrine of Warflame's alright, another Snakebite Thug is alright, it's just not inspiring particularly. So swinging for 4, and I'm like, actually I can't save it, because I have no 2 shields, so that's out. Okay, that's what's happened there. And if he wants, he can exhaust me now, which he does. So I'm like, okay, I don't get to do anything. I believe this is similar to Mitch's, or who was it? Was it Joey Cook that helped Mitch with the tempo deck, or somebody else? I can't remember. With that idea of just stopping or interrupting the opponent's ability to decide what they want to do, and just reducing all their options. Yeah, what am I going to do here? It exhausted me. He gets to hit me now. And Broderick Worr takes the first swing, which is kind of cheeky. What if I'd had something that was able to, jump in and hurt his Warlord? I mean, that's just a bit cheeky. And there he goes. I mean, I couldn't really do anything about that. There's very little options I had right then. Okay, so he wins. I go done. An anxious infantry platoon moves over to me. Just too predictable, really. I should have realised I shouldn't have gone to Powerless, because if there was anywhere he wants that infantry platoon, it's going to be fighting me on a green planet. So that was dumb. I exhaust, but then I just double check for actions. There we go. Done. Oh, and he does have an action. He's throwing on some guardsmen. And I was like, oh, alright, just really sealing the deal then, I guess. Alright, if you want to. And then, oh, Broderick Worr, you psychopath. So we're going to be hit for 4 and 3 and 2. Sure. As I've said before, I don't think I've really played Worr ever, but the thing is, he's so powerful, but he really is a perfect example of what a Commissar should be. Don't back down or you get destroyed. Strongholds, we will fight it on. I think it makes me think it's quite characterful. And the anxious platoon that's going to fight fervently for him until he's, severely wounded, and then they're going to run. They are totally going to run, I don't know why I used that shield there. He was going to die anyway. That was a really weird decision from me there. I think I was just in shock, and then I don't actually have any shields left now, whereas I would have, if I'd have saved the promotion, I would have at least been able to swing with the snake bites potentially on the next round. But no, and that's 2, and I've got no shields, and just He just slaughtered me. Just absolutely slaughtered me. This has got to be one of my worst games. Yeah, this has gone downhill real quick. I have no units. I have one resource. My wallet is bloodied, and it is turn 2. And he discards my better fighting unit, which I'm not going to be able to fight for that green planet. My best chance is to try and fight him off at the blue planet that's coming up and, you know, postpone him as long as possible. I'm thinking, do I want to blow up his support? I don't know if he's got any. He's got 1 troop transport, doesn't he? Yeah, so I'm like, bugger you, I want to get rid of that thing. I don't like it. Pointless as it is. And then I'll put the Plague Bearer somewhere. Decent bit of command coming out. And yep. Cards. I don't know why I chose cards. I suppose I want more options. I've only been through about 10 cards of my deck, which really doesn't seem like enough, you know. And I may as well put out the Shrine of Warp Flame. If I can get some Siege cards back, could be helpful. But I'm thinking Carnath is about the only planet that might even remotely be able to help me at this point. And out comes the Rattling. She's putting on Ferrin. He's building up early, but I'm not sure why he doesn't spread out any further. Because he'll get 2 green, he'll get 1 red. Yeah, no, I don't think Ferrin's particularly useful for him. I suppose if he goes further down the line, that increases the odds that I do go to Ferrin myself and just route his unit from a non-green planet. So that might have been his thinking there. Everyone down to planet 5, where there's no way I can compete, and that also means I can't get any resources there. Perhaps I should have gone to like Taurus, where I knew he wouldn't be able to trigger the battle ability, but I could at least score the resources. Another command and a Mark of Slanesh. I mean, not hugely important, are they? Not the most useful cards. So, I've got nothing I can pull there, so he wins Barless. And I lose the Mark of Slanesh, which I'm not too concerned about. I mean, it's a bit of a pain, I guess, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, and then we're down to Carnath, where I'm first, and basically I'm just going to have to run. I can't compete here. I can't at all. And I've given him a free Carnath trigger, you know. Well, not free, I suppose. I mean, he went there himself, so he was going to be able to trigger the planet himself anyway. But he routes off my demons. Again, could have been worse, but it's still not good. Quite a quick turn. Haven't really improved my position from the last turn, so let's see what I draw. Infernal Gateway's a little bit handy. Cannons, nothing really at this point. And I'm like, what do I do? What can I do here? I'm not sure what to do. And so I'm going to go for the, I suppose, at least pretense that I'm going to fight at Planet 1. Those las guns, good solid attachment, really good. And then it just gets worse and worse. I'm like, oh, it's going downhill, you know. That Taurox, it can move to a green planet from HQ, I think, right? So after the end of the combat round at a green planet, you just move it from HQ. Inquisitorial Fortress, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm done. You know, really, what am I supposed to do here? What do I decide? Right, I decide to try and stay safe, because you want to try and stay safe. I've got no, I don't have initiative on that planet actually, but I'm I'm going to have to kind of just do the best I can. Although the best I can may not have been this. Oh look, I put myself on Taurus and then went further. I think I probably set to 4. Let me see if I do my... Yeah, I think I was thinking 1 in from the end. I was meaning to go to planet 3 instead of 4 there, I think. So, yeah, that would have been a trigger that he couldn't have triggered. Yeah, that was absolutely what my intent was. Against Zarathur, which... I don't know, get me an Infernal Gateway every combat round would have been good. Although I've got no targets for it in my hand, but the principle of that is very nice. Every turn, Infernal Gateway in another unit and add to the fight. He swings. And I muddled it up a little bit with the ranged, but 3 is the correct total, I believe. And I was confused a bit about ranged and then green planet, and 3 is okay. So, yeah, just making sure of that. All good. I don't know, I pick off something that I think I can kill. Hey, that lets me... Cool. That means I get a cinch card, and I start digging through, and I start thinking, I'm sure I had a cinch card here somewhere, and there is my highest cinch card, which is bizarre. Like, I was sure I had something higher than that, but no, he's killed a lot of units and discarded a few cards. So there we go. Try and throw it all back in order. Let's give it a go. There we are. And then he kills me. So I can't see a point in shielding it, unfortunately. He gets me, and now he gets to rout the demon. Yep, there we go. Okay. His first planet, his first red icon. He gets this planet for free. Now I've got nothing to stop him there at all. Just nothing that I can offer. Getting the old leapfrog going, the old traditional carry my last battle's winnings to planet 2, carry my last planet's winnings to battle 2, you know, as you do. And I can't stay. I just can't, and I give him a free Carnath. What was the point of that? That was really daft. Got to watch that dial. I do that quite often, actually, set the dial to the wrong thing. I'm terrified that I'm going to do it during like a Black Crusade League game or something. In person I don't tend to, but I think I've done it once or twice. So new turn. I'm not going to get the +1 damage from the Mark of Chaos. The Flamers do let me blow them up, which is nice. Could put out the Rogue Traders. I could go for Zarathur. So it looks like I'm going to go down in a blaze of glory. Hopefully. Another fortress. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Really, what am I supposed to do? So I'm going to put that on him. Yep. Because why not? Might as well. Okay. Putting out a rattling. Simple enough. I mean, kind of stalling, I guess. It's nothing particularly major. Cool. Rogue Trader there. I really needed some of those before. And then he adds another anxious infantry glitter in there, and I was like, oh, I was going to put a Rogue Trader there. And I was like, alright, I'll still put it there to stop his command. But I mean, come on. Just stopping me every which way. And then he double hammers it, so I'm like, right, cool, alright, fine, whatever. Never liked you anyway, you know. So I'm going to have no cards that are useful for the things in my hand, so I figure I might as well go resources. Not resources, I'm not going to get any resources, so I might as well put out the cannon, and I'm not going to get a card for the gateway. You know, no resources for Sterial, no card for the gateway. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright, go to 1, I'll at least put up a valiant last stand. Doesn't really matter. I think I've forgotten that Zarathur's bloodied again. I think I'm thinking Zarathur's, when the Mark of Chaos blows up, I'm going to be allowed to get double damage out of him. Which is pretty foolish of me. I probably should have gone to Karnath or something by this point. Actually, I probably should have gone to Taurus, put Sthariel into Deep Strike there, gone to Taurus to get myself those resources, and maybe been able to Deep Strike him, put him into reserve and then Deep Strike him. Action and command, and yeah, I mean, of course, just to be clear, you don't get to keep them, you know. Put them away. Hoping you'd forgotten. Yeah, hoping you wouldn't have noticed that. So I mean, obviously this is all over bar the tea and biscuits. So we'll just let him play through. What does he want it to do? I have no action. Let's see, I guess I may as well call it. I only played this turn because I hoped that Mark of Chaos might help. But you totally stomped me. Yeah, stomped me here. Yeah, totally. Yep, combat phase, preemptive barrage, and there you go. So, yeah, make it a green planet, and then swing brutally with brutal things of brutalness. There you go. So that was that. That was me experiencing the absolute blasting of Broderick Worr again. Execute the engine seer, and then just enough. Alright, so as usual, Killers It just outclasses me at every turn, and I hope you enjoyed a very short and very brutal experience at the hands of the Commissar. Catch you next time.